Hey folks, and welcome back to Sub 2 Investor. My name is Hans, and in this episode, I'm going to reveal to you a mindset hack that I've been implementing in my personal business this past year, and it's been tremendously useful for me. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you what it is. So welcome back to the channel where we focus on creative finance, leveraging great debt to buy real estate, and then selling it creatively to make massive passive income. That's what we're all about at this channel. Now, if you're anything like me, it's so easy to get distracted and to begin pivoting in your real estate business. I can't tell you how many times I've pivoted from one marketing strategy to another marketing strategy to another one, and then another one. Oh, maybe I'll do pay-per-click, or maybe I'll do bandit signs on wheels, or physical bandit signs, or cold texting, or cold calling, or pay-per-lead, or door knocking. There are so many different ways just to market. And we're only talking marketing strategies. We're not even talking real estate business models, right? Do you focus on wholesaling to generate income? Do you focus on holding long-term rentals, leveraging appreciation and the power of refinance? Or do you focus on short-term rentals if you're in that kind of market? Or maybe you prefer midterm rentals, or maybe it's group housing or traveling nurses, or maybe Section 8 housing for long-term rentals, but maybe you really want to do seller financing, but you're not sure if you want to do lease options, lease purchases, contract for deeds, mortgage wraps. I mean, the list goes on how many different ways there are to make money in real estate. This is a massive problem. In fact, I heard Pace Morby say one time that the greatest challenge in real estate, or to phrase it another way, the greatest challenge for real estate investors is that there's too many ways to make money in real estate. So you end up spending your time trying this and trying that and not fully committing to a model that makes sense for you and about which you are passionate. To be honest with you, the beginning of this year was a little bit like that for me because I had some structural changes in my business in terms of people that I was working with, and things changed for me quite drastically. And so I had to kind of recast a vision for my own personal business, which might sound crazy to you guys since I'm out here, Mr. Sub 2 Investor. Don't I have it all figured out already? The truth is, it's really easy to get distracted and to lose sight of what you want to do in real estate and really the model through which you want to create income for yourself in real estate. I'm not saying that you need to just have one model because sometimes it's beneficial to have a couple different models to leverage. However, you don't want to be pivoting endlessly from one thing to another thing to another thing because you are just not going to be very successful. All those little tiny things at the same time, it's very hard to be a jack of all trades. You'll be a master of none. So the saying goes, this exercise, I hope that I haven't lost you yet, but I'm going to walk you through this exercise because this exercise, it's a mindset exercise. And I learned it from another investor actually who invests in my own market, Cameron Cathart. I was watching one of his videos and I stumbled across him talking about this mindset exercise that he implements. And I thought, I'm going to try this. It sounds kind of strange, the exercise does, but it makes sense as to why this exercise would be effective. And ever since I have been doing this mindset routine on a sometimes daily, sometimes every other day, but I try to do it on a daily basis, it's really helped me laser focus on what it is I need to do to catapult my business forward. So if you don't have an exercise like this in your routine, I would suggest adapting this for yourself. Maybe make a variation on it if you want. I'm sure there's ways to do that. But let me just walk you through this exercise, and then we'll talk a little bit about why this is such a powerful exercise. But just be warned, it is a little strange, so don't get weirded out. So you're going to close your eyes, and you're going to imagine yourself being basically lifted up into outer space, up into the Earth's orbit, and close your eyes. Okay, close your eyes. Close them. All right. And you're lifted up sort of out of body into Earth's orbit. and then you're magically transported back down onto Earth in some location. Choose a location where you would love to be in 10 years from now. In 10 years from now, if things went your way and you were successful in your business, where would you be living? So then you open your eyes. As you do this exercise, you probably still want to close your eyes, but within the exercise in your mind, you're going to open your eyes and you're going to look at your house where you're living 10 years from now. This is future you. You're going to be talking to future you from 10 years out. Now, the reason for the number 10, this is my speculation, but it's number 10 because you should have a goal for your business that you set 10 years out, that this is where you've made it in your business, okay? So you've made it and you've been successful. So where are you living 10 years from now? You open your eyes, there you are. You're going to walk up to the front door of your house and you're going to take a look around at your neighbors' houses. You're going to study the lawn, the driveway, the brick or the siding on the house. How large of a house is it? How small of a house? What's the architecture look like? What cars are parked in the driveway? And you're just going to take it all in. This is you. This is future you. You've made it. You've done the hard work. And now here you are 10 years from now. You're going to walk up to the front door, knock on the door, ring the doorbell, and future you is going to answer the door. And as they open the door, you're going to study your face, your 10 years from now face and body and composure, and just going to kind of notice things about yourself that maybe are a little bit different than they are today. Maybe you look relaxed and calm, and maybe you were holding a cup of coffee, sipping on it. Maybe you have your family in the kitchen hanging out, kids in the living room playing. You're going to walk inside the house. You're going to be greeted by your future self, and they're going to show you around the house, kind of welcome you in, and you're going to take a look around the house and notice the windows, the view outside, the back deck or the backyard, the kitchen. What does the kitchen look like? What's your office look like if you have an office in your house? Then you're going to talk to yourself, your future self, and greet them and ask them, what is it that got you to where you are right now, today? What steps did you have to take that brought you here? And just let your future 10-year self lay it out a little bit for you. Maybe they had to work really long hours. Maybe they had to take greater risks than they were comfortable with. Maybe they had to get more private money lenders on their team to make deals happen. Maybe they had to hire some virtual assistants to help them with some tasks or build out a team. What kind of uncomfortable things did they have to do? And let them talk to you. Give it some time and give it some space to really let them tell you the challenges that they faced as they had to build up this momentous real estate business. Allow yourself to be surprised by their answer. And then you're going to want to ask them, what should I be doing right now? What things am I not doing that I should be doing? And what things am I doing which maybe I shouldn't be doing? Allow your future self to speak into your current needs of where you are right now. And maybe it's a humble place where you're at. You don't have any money. You don't have very much time. You don't have very much knowledge. Let them tell you the things that you need to do. Maybe it's you need to squat up with a mentor and get some better training to help you in your business. Maybe it's you need to make more dials or calls, or you just need to take the jump. You just have to do the first one. Or maybe it's you need to pray more and hand this over to God. As you do this exercise, I'm giving you some space to kind of do it along with me here. This isn't meant to be a rigid exercise. You can just sit down in the living room, or this could be at a coffee shop. To be frank, it doesn't really matter where it's at. I wouldn't change the exercise too much from what it is that I'm telling you right now, because it does seem to work pretty well for me. But have a conversation with your future self and really get a sense for where they're at, how they got where they're at, what their business looks like on the day-to-day, and then get some advice from them. So you can snap out of that mode and we can now have our conversation here. As I do that exercise, I remember the first several, maybe even several dozen times I did that exercise, it was extremely disorienting. My future self was telling me things I knew that I should be doing, but I just wasn't doing. And I didn't have a place to write these things down. And so I started writing them down and I started creating benchmarks and goals, a 1-year goal, 5-year goal, 10-year goal. I've already done that in the past, but really recasting my vision and refining my vision from what it was and really getting a grip on where I want to be in 10 years and what exactly it's going to take to make it happen. And if it's going to happen, if I'm going to make it happen, I am going to have to make some changes. And my future self kept telling me things. The first thing he was telling me, this is on a personal note, was you need to pray more and give this to God more and lay it down at his feet. Now, I'm a Christian. That's my faith, and I know that that's what I should be doing. But it was helpful just to be told that, because honestly, it gives me more peace about my business and whether I succeed or fail. Beyond that, I remember being told that you need to build out a team. You need to be more serious about hiring virtual assistants or strategically squatting up with other investors who would make a good team member for you to make this happen. Because when I look at my 10-year self, they are doing volume in terms of deals. I mean, not a crazy amount of deals, but when I think about how many deals they're doing, it would not be possible right now. It just would not be possible with my infrastructure. So I need to make a change, and I need to start creating quarterly goals, yearly goals, but I start quarterly goals like for Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and then you can go 1 year out, 2 years out and write these things down, but they're in my written goals now that I need to hire this person by this date, or after I've done X amount of more deals, then now's the time to hire this individual. So things like this. Also, I realized through this exercise that this is for me personally, I just wasn't taking enough risk. There were deals that I was backing out of because I was afraid to take the risk, and my future self was kind of calling me out on that. And really, it's just myself calling me out on that. Like, I knew deep down that I was being a little too risk averse if I wanted to be where I want to be in 10 years. Yes, you want to be judicious and wise and smart about your decisions, but you have to take risks. And so now I've identified that, and that has helped me with some important business decisions that I've made recently. Those are some examples of for myself and how this has helped me. And that's just really scratching the surface. I have other quarterly goals and issues that I've written down and will be addressing in my future. Simple things like I need a mentor to help me in this area of real estate. I need a mentor to help me over here, because I do believe that mentorship is very important to leverage somebody else's learning and experience to help me get to where I want to be more quickly. Things like that popped up and created a real action plan for me, because now I know the things I need to be doing more. And so instead of just being scattered by the wind in 100 different directions, I have a focus point. Now, if you haven't written down like a 1-year goal, a 3-year goal, 5-year goal, and a 10-year goal, then I suggest you also do that. I created a video about New Year's resolutions and setting goals for yourselves at the beginning of this year. I'll probably do another one in a few months at the beginning of the next year. This mindset exercise goes hand in hand with the goals that you write down for yourself. So if you haven't written down specific goals, I'm talking very specific. I'm talking X amount of deals and X amount of income. For me, I calculate it as cash flow. If a deal produces for me on average X amount of cash flow, maybe that's $500 per deal that I do, I want to be doing X amount of deals per year, and I set it out for 2025. I know how many deals I want to do. For 2026, I know how many deals I want to do. Same thing in 2027, and I know exactly how many deals I want to do within 10 years and how much income that's going to be producing for me. Of course, that's going to change, and that's fine. Don't get fixated on sticking to that exact That's definitely going to change over time. But as you grow and develop and continue to deeply self-reflect, which is what this mindset exercise is, deep introspection, you're going to know what it actually is you want and what you want your business to look like. Don't deviate from it. Stay true to yourself. Be authentic in what it is you want. And this mindset exercise really helps you identify that. I hope that this has been helpful. I hope that you incorporate this exercise into your routine. And if there's any comments that you have about this, I'd be very curious to hear. Maybe that you have some other exercises that you use to get yourself into this headspace, which is very important if we're going to be successful in our investing endeavors. So let me know what those exercises and mindset hacks might be. Thanks again for watching this channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment. If you want to go to my website and check out any of my courses or products or coaching, you can go to sub2investor.com. I also have my free purchase contract that you can download there. Until next time, stay creative. Peace.